Hello. 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 The next one is on the 22nd. I'm afraid that I'm going to be in Chicago on the 22nd, going to the Labor Cup. Because the Labor Cup, give it up for Tom, from Rod Labor, is a 3-day tennis event. I had shirts made for it, and a large for me, a double extra large, 2XL for John. I got them back, and my shirt is bigger than his. I'm like, oh my God. I wanted to go take them, like, can I get some? Anyway, a while ago when I first got a proof copy of this book, I read things from this book, which was just released on the day of Tom's community poetry at Asperger's Books, and it was just released, and I thought I would read 3 poems from this for you. They are poems from different past poetry readings and shows. So I'll tell you about them too. This first one is a poem called More Than We Should Have, and it's from the show The Cutting Room Floor, and that was at the Palos Park Public Library, which was 5 blocks from where I grew up. So the only time I'd ever heard, I'm like, really? I'm doing a show at the library? This one is called More Than We Should Have. When I think of him, I usually think about the drinking. Actually, I never think of him as drinking, come to think of it. I just think of him as drunk. I don't always see the drinks in his hand, but his perception of the world is always altered. But someone reminded me tonight of when he would work outside in the cold Chicago winters, and he would come back with his mustache frozen, and there would be little icicles hanging down toward his mouth. And then I thought of when he picked me up at the airport, but he wanted shrimp at the cocktail lounge, and he drank and ate, and I waited. And as we left, we tried to pay the expressway toll with pennies, but some of the coins fell into the street, and so we were rushed to throw more change at the machine. We paid more than we should have. I'm sure we did. I guess that could be a polar opposites in a way. This one is from the show New Year's Unplugged, because I believe John joined me and we played guitar and a few things in it. And this one is a strange one. It's called Have You Ever Had? Have you ever had? Have you ever had a bug sandwich before? I'm sure your answer is probably no, even though there have probably been a few bugs in the fast food sandwiches you bought. But don't think about that. I know that when you're in the military, you have to be prepared for doing things like eating bugs, but that doesn't mean anyone would want a bug sandwich. But one year, at Christmas, a friend of mine gave me a bug sandwich because she thought I had, quote unquote, everything, but I probably didn't have a bug sandwich. It wasn't technically a real sandwich. It was 3 plastic bugs inside plastic or rubber slices of bread. I kept that bug sandwich on top of my fridge for a few years. And now, after the rubbery plastic bread fell apart, I put 2 of the plastic bugs, well, maybe 3, at the bottom of my fish tank. So, in a way, I was trying to keep the memory of the bug sandwich alive. So, if you're ever considering what to get for someone for Christmas, if you have to buy a gift for a person who has everything, go to a trick store and get them a bug sandwich. In a strange way, they just might like it. And this last one was from one of the annual poetry bombs in Chicago. The premise is to find a place where you don't normally read poetry and go read poetry. And in fact, last year, Tom joined me at Graffiti Park, and we were just reading poetry to people, and that was the premise. And back years ago, I did one in Lake County. This is the Lake County Poetry Prom, and I did this poem for it, and it's called Writing Your Name. I sat there in the shade. I took a stick. I wrote your name in the ground. Preacher says the #1 sin is lust. Then I am condemned, for I want you. And I don't care what preacher says, for if the elements wash away your name tonight, I will be back tomorrow to write it again.